moving on to the running back spot, because we'll get into his weapons in a second. DeAndre Swift, he's being drafted round 3, pick 10, 35th overall, 19th running back, and I love it now because I was in love. I was in love with DeAndre Swift. Like, second round, I was ready to, and then I started falling back. Like, hold on, like let me kind of. This Jamal Williams thing could be a little bit of something, and now they're adding Todd Gurley, or like trying to, they had Todd Gurley in for a visit, and it almost seems like there's too many chefs in the kitchen, so to speak. If they don't bring in Gurley and they just kind of 310, I love DeAndre Swift at 310. Love him because you saw what kind of playmaker he was last year. The guy was very good, and he's only going to get better in his second year. To me, he has a chance to break out and, become top 15. I feel like he can be, and he's being drafted number 19. So, if he's, if he winds up finishing in that top 15, you're going to be happy as a pig in shit that you drafted him at the end of the third round.
Yep, I agree. As training camp starts and as things happen, I could see him moving into like the middle of round 3, beginning of round 3. Just with them talking about him and how he's looking in training camp and preseason. So, if you're drafting now, shit, be happy as hell you're getting him at the end of the third round.
He was the 20th running back overall in PPR last year, and he only played in 12 games.
Yeah.
He played in 13 games, but 12 games through week 16. 20th, give this guy a full workload. He very well could be an RB1. And if you're drafting him at the end of the third round, you're getting gold right there.
See, and that's the thing. Like a lot of people are assuming, like, okay, Jamal Williams is coming in here. He's going to take a whole bunch of his carries.
Yeah.
Did you see Swift play last year? He doesn't need. I don't want Swift to be a 20 carry back. I want Swift to be a 15 carry back and like a 5 catch 5 receiving touches. Yep. I want him to be a total 20 touch guy. I want him to be used like Alvin Kamara. I want him to get 12 to 15 carries a game, and I want him to get 5 to 8 receptions a game. So, and I think that could be perfectly the way they use them.
So how many carries do you think Jamal Williams gets?
I don't see this team running for 550 carries because of their defense. It's horrible. They're going to give up points. But I could see this team running for like 450 carries. If that happens, I think Jamal gets maybe 200. I think Swift gets around the same, 180, 200. And then, they give it to the rest of the guys, Jamar Jefferson and all those other guys. I see them getting, 15, 20, they're just sprinkled in, basically. The two main guys are going to be Swift and Jamal Williams. And Jamal Williams can catch the ball. So, it wouldn't surprise me if Jamal was getting 10 to 15 carries while, Swift is getting 12 to 15, sometimes 18. I definitely think he's going to be the guy who touches the ball more than anybody else on that team just because they drafted him that way. But, I think Jamal Williams, we're going to get to him right now, is a guy that's well worth drafting because I think he's going to get a bunch of touches this year.
Yeah, and Adrian Peterson had 156 carries last year.
Yes.
It didn't stop DeAndre Swift from being RB20 with only 12 games played. This dude he's a unique talent.